when you are struggling with imposter syndrome, that would be an orphan arena for the ego structure. And when you think you're more important than anyone, and that no one could ever really benefit from your work, so you won't even bother, that's the diva. And so what happens is the ego structure swings between complete unworthiness and like grandiose, almost like narcissism, between the two spectrums of the human experience when you feel afraid about leading. So when the imposter syndrome comes up, first of all, what's so ironic about that is that Sophia Circle Leadership, you are a facilitator, so no one's asking you to make up something original here for teachings, because we've already been giving them by the Ascended Masters. So the imposter syndrome doesn't even apply, because you're given every single tool you could absolutely need to create this to facilitate the sacred space. So they're in right away, imposter syndrome out the window. But we're dealing with the ego structure, and the ego structure is a wily one. So second step to tell yourself is, okay, first of all, I'm not the channel here. I didn't write the Sophia code. I am facilitating a sacred space for other people to decide if the Sophia code teachings are right for them. I am opening the doors for them to have the opportunity of a lifetime to discover the truth of who they really are. Imposter syndrome out the door. But number two, when that feeling comes up, when that experience arises, the first thing to tell yourself is, I'm not actually afraid of being an imposter. I'm actually afraid of being seen for who I am. It's very simple. Any kind of declaration like you're an imposter, or you're not smart enough, or you're not good looking enough, it's not about what it said the ego is saying it's about. It's always, I'm afraid of being seen. And now is the moment to bring my hands to my heart and give myself a big hug, because I had a thought for even a moment that it was going to be safe to be seen, and that I was going to get to share who I really am with others. And that's what's really going on. It's always the same thing over and over again. What the ego structure will do is it'll try to make it a thing. Like, oh, I struggle with imposter syndrome. And then all of a sudden, imposter syndrome becomes a whole world of, I've got to psychologically dismantle being an imposter syndrome person. It's just like, no, you don't. Don't let the ego trick you like that. It's not about that. It's always the same thing. Imposter syndrome, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not professional enough. No, it's none of those things. It's always the same thing. I feel afraid of being seen for who I really am.